Hello, Mr. Scrutiny here. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to be reviewing a sweet pocket knife. It is the true Smartknife Plus, a 10-in-1 pocket knife. Alright, well, let's dig into this thing. For starters, we got a nice 2.5-inch blade on this knife. A little stainless steel blade, a little bit of serrations on there, and a solid blade. And you know, looking at it up close, it's definitely not your run-of-the-mill blade, but you know, she'll get the job done. Pretty sturdy on here as well, with a nice locking mechanism, so when you close that thing, it's not going to come out of there. But note, this does not have spring assist, but it's kind of hard to flick it as well, so you have to pretty much manually open it. But you know, it's not a problem for me, and you can certainly see this back here too. That's actually the magnet on there. So it keeps it in place. But opening this thing back out, we got a driver right here, guys. So check that thing out. So it works good. If you need to screw something in really quick on the job site or wherever you're at, works good. Now what I found, when using this knife, you almost have to close it, and then it makes this a little more easier so you don't have the blade exposed. And you can pop that thing in and twist her and screw her in. And if we're on that same subject of the drivers, they actually include a Phillips bit in there. You seen that, guys? I think this is a PH2 or a PH3. Yeah, this is a PH2. So just pretty much your average size bit there for you. And works good for screwing things in. And when you're done using it, they include a little magnet in there. You see that, guys? So pop this thing right in there and throw this thing in your pocket, and this thing isn't going anywhere. You can shake it, and that magnet's going to hold that bit in place. But what makes this thing even cooler, guys, you can pull this thing back out, and they have a magnet in there. I bet you guys didn't notice that. But you can pop this thing right in there, and sometimes you have to kind of move it. See, the grooves with the knife, you have to make sure this is all the way in, otherwise it will not go in. And if you don't get it all the way in, it might fall out because it doesn't reach that magnet. But if you get her all the way closed, pop her right in, and that thing, you're ready to rock and roll. Start screwing stuff up, works great. And then same thing, when you're done, pop her in the back there. Now look in here, we got a file, guys. Now I tell you what, using this thing for an everyday carry knife works pretty good. If you need to take your nails or anything you need to use with a file, works pretty good. It's kind of your standard grit file on there, and just a little strip there, but you know, it doesn't have a whole lot of room on there for filing things down. But if you got small things like a nail per se or other deals, works good. All right, getting back into this, we got also some other cool features on here. We got your rulers. So we got 2 inches, so we got centimeters on the back here. Let's see here. Yep, we got centimeters. It's kind of hidden between the belt loop, but you know, it's, if you kind of move it forward, you can see it goes all the way to 5 centimeters on the back there. And also, if you turn this thing back around, you got inches. You got two inches of room on there. And you know, I haven't used the ruler in here much, but it would come in handy if you got to measure something small. But other than that, it's kind of there, maybe not from decoration, but it'll have a purpose, you know, for you. And moving right along, they include a pry bar on here, guys. I mean, check that thing out. Pretty serious. Of course, it's not your run-of-the-mill pry bar, but you know, it's on there pretty solid. So if you gotta pry something up, you could probably take up a nail or two without breaking this thing, because they got a couple nuts in there holding the back. Same on the side there too. So that thing's in there pretty solid. So if you need to pry something up, that'll work pretty good. And also some cool stuff on here as well. I think you include a wire strip on here too. You know, I've got some cool wire strippers as well, and they work great. But you know, if a guy forgets one of those, you can pop your wire right in there, pop your knife out. And of course, you can do this. Heck, you don't even need the wire stripper. You just pull your knife out, hold your piece of wire, and run it around, and you can strip it that way. But if you want to go, they got a few different gauge holes on there. So pop right in and pull her and strip her. Works great. Now look in here. One of the more main things you see on this knife, it's kind of a big deal. It's got a hole in here. Got bolt sizes. So if you got to screw something in, they got different size bolts, 14, 12, 10, 8, and 6. So, and I haven't used this much, but if you got to, screw something in, I think I include a few sizes there. But, I would say it's not for me super handy, but it's there for someone to use. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now looking at this for everyday carry, would I recommend it? It works great. It's got its purpose. I do like to carry pocket knives. I carry a lot of different pocket knives, and I'll be definitely doing some more reviews on knives here pretty soon as well. But just for carrying around, works great. I would definitely recommend it. Doesn't cost that much. I bought it a few years ago, but works good. Solid knife on here. You can keep this thing sharp. Works great. Not a big fan of the serrations, but still works good. I do recommend always keeping a Phillips in there. I know guys that'll keep like flathead in there, but you already got one in there, so it works good for that. The only other thing I could use would be pliers, but heck, that's what Leathermans are for, guys. But pry bar, I don't know if I'd say that this is really worth having on there. I mean, you might as well just carry a hammer with you too if you're going to be using this, because you might chance breaking your tool. And then you're out of pocket knife, and then what's a man without a pocket knife, guys? Not a man. So overall, I would say this is a pretty solid knife. From Mr. Scrutiny's opinion, I'd say it's pretty solid knife. Now, if you'd like, I'll drop the link down in the bio below. If you'd like to pick one up, I'll put it there for you. And also, if you've got cool products that you want me to review or cool pocket knives, just send me a DM, and I'll get to you, and we can work something out, and I'll definitely do a review on it. And also, if you've got other cool products that you want me to review as well, throw them in the comments, and I'll certainly get back to you, and we'll make something happen. So appreciate you guys checking out the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also have a good rest of your day.